Hi, my name is Alexis. I'm expert in relationship, and today I had a call with a client. We are talking about his ex, and he told me like, I feel I'll never get back with her because she seems so happy since we broke up. She's like posting pictures of her, smiling and being, with new friends and things like that. So it seems that that breakup for her was the best thing that could happen to her. And for me, it's like just the opposite. So I guess, there's so much imbalance in that situation that my chances are, if not slim, like nil to get back together. And well, I'll explain you what I told him because it is more complex than it looks, and you'll see why after the jingle, obviously.
IGetMyExBack.com. Everyone deserves a second chance.
One thing you could be doing if you're not sure whether your ex can get back with you or not, if you feel that they're happy or maybe they're depressed, is to take the quiz that I put together that could tell you whether you have any chance or not to get back with your ex. Hopefully you have a score above 15, which means that you have a chance to get back with your ex, and then depending on your score, it's very likely or likely. The test, the link is in the first comment of the video and also in the description. You just need 2 minutes of your time. It's totally free, and then you get the result. But at least you know what to expect, and you know if you should be watching my video or if you should be doing else with your day. So be careful with your friends after the breakup. It's really a massive warning that I'm giving you. Ideally, I would really advise you not to tell them about your ex. And the reason is because we have that concept of flying monkey, of people who are the messengers and they will sort of change the message, or they will not say the things that you want them to say, or they will interpret things, or maybe there's conflict of interest. They would basically tell your ex, he's so depressed about the situation. And so that would create the wrong image of you, right? So if you talk about your pain, yourself, the thing is it will project the wrong image. So it's not that you shouldn't talk about to your friends at all, but I would suggest that you speak with one that you know is a good confidant and would not specifically talk to you about to your ex. And I would also advise you to stop asking questions to the friends you have in common, trying to seek for answers, because it will come to your ex's attention that you are trying to get some news, i.e. you're desperate to get them back, and that again will damage your chance to get back together. So the thing is, your friends would often overestimate the power of persuasion. And I think you also, overestimate the power of persuasion. Maybe you've tried that after the breakup, trying to persuade your ex to get back together. If you're watching this video, I guess it didn't work out because it doesn't work out. And you think, I'm going to use my friends to convince her or him. I'll tell them that you love him and you get back together. All this kind of cunning plan, that never works, or rarely works. That I think are wrong strategy, because they don't provide a good result. If I have to pick one strategy, this one is not the one that will provide the most result. Unfortunately, a lot of my clients, they don't listen to me and they feel like, Alex, he doesn't know me well, and he doesn't know my friends, so I'm sure that I'll ask this friend and he'll convince him or her. Well, trust me, I'm saying that, and I wrote that this morning because it doesn't work. It really doesn't work. Stop having this type of belief. I'm telling that because I've done that with my clients, and I have few of my clients who didn't listen to me, and the outcome was not horrible, but it didn't just work out. So be careful. Sometimes, it just takes one mistake to really ruin all your chances. And I'm laughing because I know some people that are listening to my tips, but they don't apply them. Well, too bad on you. I told you so. If you want to have a debate about this with me, just want to ask question, don't hesitate. There's a link to have free 15-minute consultation with me where you can ask as many questions as you like. And there's also a WhatsApp number if you want to have a quick chat with me. Apologize, I have a bit of a difficult time to answer all the messages, but I'll get back to you. Your best friend will not be the hero that gets you back together. It doesn't work like this. His words would be awkward. He or she is not an expert in communication. they will probably say that how desperate you are, and then think that it's a great thing to tell your ex, he's so sad, speak with him, there's really nothing without you. I mean, he doesn't eat, he doesn't sleep, you should talk to him. And the thing is, by doing that, you will kill your chance of getting back together. The whole principle of getting back with an ex is to create attraction, is to be that magnet, is to be in that seduction mode. And someone who is seen as weak, is seen as sad, as negative, is not attractive. And you don't want to project that image to your ex. Now, there's something that you need to understand is whenever a dumper, there's a relief period that I call the release period. After a breakup, the dumper would sort of be really happy about that decision, because it means months and of thinking, of assessing whether they want to end the relationship or not. And when they take the decision and when they announce it to you, they really want to be like, okay, this is out of my chest. I want some space. I don't want to hear from you. I don't want to hear about friends, about you. And that's just temporary, And I just want just want to live my life, enjoy. It's a bit like, okay, like you, for example, like you have a very important exam. Before getting the result, you took the exam, you studied for months, and then you took the exam, and on the next day you're like, you don't have this pressure anymore. You don't have this, and it last few days of releasing that pressure. It's exactly the same when someone decides to end a relationship. They have this release pressure where they want to, they're just smiling. They just want to show to the world that they're happy, friends, relatives, colleagues. But the question is, are they really happy? And the thing is, as I mentioned, breakup has been planned for months, but they are temporarily happy. That happiness is actually, they are relieved. It's slightly different to be happy than to be relieved. And the perception of the mask that we see is happiness, but actually in a sense they're just happy that it is done, that it is behind. And the reason they're happy right now and that would not last is because they don't feel the loss yet. So now they are just enjoying that time. Maybe they don't realize that you're not there anymore. But you're going to tell me, yes, but actually he really looks, or she really looks happy. Look at the pictures, like he sent me pictures of her. I was like, okay, fair enough. But what does happiness look like? And again, if your friends tell you, your ex seems so happy, she's bubbly, she's really lively and tough, how do they know whether they're not faking it or not? Happiness is a temporary state, and we all have ups and downs. Right now you might be feeling really down, but there will be ups even though. And it is impossible to be happy all the time, okay? So your ex at some point will, this burst of joy, this bubble of joy will burst at some point. Don't worry. The happy state is first not real true happiness, because I think true happiness is something that you nurture over a long period of time. It's just excitement that this breakup is over. And then your friend will become subject matter expert in happiness, in breakup. Sometimes, we all have that friend who's expert in politics, in health. They have now they're epidemiologists and they know everything about COVID and things like that. They think they can influence the world by giving good advice, but are they really telling the truth? How would they know? Some people, and there's a concept, I don't remember the name, but when we hear about a concept, we feel like we expert very early on, but actually, especially like COVID, we feel like, yeah, I've listened to the news for 3 weeks and now I'm an expert in COVID and I know how it works. I know how the immune system works, I know how a virus works, and I know how a vaccine works and stuff like that. When in reality, when you do a lot of studies and researchers who've been studying those stuff for years and years, they're still the ones telling you, I don't know. And it's exactly the same with a relationship. People think that they can help you, but actually they don't necessarily have the experience. They want to do good. I'm not saying that they're bad people, but they're just not experts. And one other thing before I wrap up is that don't always believe the masks that people are wearing. There are a lot of studies about actually a strong correlation of how frequently someone posts on social media and their mental health problem. A lot of people are actually depressed even though they are showing they have a happy life with, I don't know, the perfect family and stuff, but you don't see what's going on in their life. And actually, I'm more into the believers that the more you post on social media, prove that there's something you have to prove, something you have to show, something that you need the world to confirm your value. And in a way, the more you post, the more desperate you are. In a way, of course, you can take it with a pinch of salt, but that's how I believe. Why would you feel the need to post pictures about you if that's not to make the others react? And what does that mean for you? So it's really about how you have that confidence. And I think if your ex is now posting a lot of pictures now, and before she or he wasn't, it's because they are seeking for that approval. If they've been posting on social media for, when you were together and they're just having the same behavior, the same pattern, it doesn't really matter. But if you see a change in pattern where your ex is actually posting way more, showing off their life, it means that they're trying to hide something. And it is really good for you. It means actually that they're faking it. It means actually that something hidden inside them. So create that space, create that void, that vacuum for them to be attracted. Do a proper no contact. Let them be happy. Let them enjoy this release period. And you'll be in front of them, breaking no contact at the right time when that happiness peak will be at its maximum and then go down. You'll be there. Because at the end of the day, they realize what they lost. They realize that you're a great person. And if you do the right things, if you listen and apply my tips, I can guarantee you, once they are done with that release phase, they will want to reach out, they will want to reconnect with you, and they will eventually want to get back with you. This is how it works. If you have any other questions, don't hesitate to comment. Don't hesitate also to like the video. It does help me a lot for the referencing on YouTube. And you can also subscribe. We are growing and I'd love to have you on board. I'll see you another time. Bye-bye.
igetmyexback.com. Everyone deserves a second chance.